One of the most frequent questions I get is, what is my favorite, this or that? Usually it's a knife. So in this Schrade Saturday video, we're going to take a look at 5 of my favorite Schrade folders that I have reviewed in 2016. That's coming up on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. So we're here at the very beginning of 2017, and as most everybody does, I always kind of look back and you can kind of take reflections on what happened in the last year. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to at least sort of answer a very popular question about what's my favorite, in this case, folding knife. And since it's a Schrade Saturday video, we're going to be looking at Schrades. And I went back, and I'll be honest with you, I have a real hard time picking favorites because pretty much I like most of them. But we've looked at a lot of different Schrades this year. Some of them were better than others. We had some Schrade things we looked at that really weren't a big hit at all. But for the most part, you know I like Schrade. So what I thought we'd do is, instead of me spending a bunch of time rambling, I'm just going to take you through these knives one at a time. I'll put links to the individual video reviews below, and we'll talk about them as we go. Again, there's a couple of really close, almost made it knives, but we're just going to talk about the top 5 that I went through of everything I looked at in 2016. And man, I am rambling, so let's get right to it. First of all, not so much necessarily for any kind of super duper performance or anything like that, but just for the fact that this knife is right around the $10 mark. That's the Schrade SCH 208. And it's just a really solid knife. It's got aluminum scales, really nice liner lock lockup, kind of a tanto point. And I just really like this knife because it is a very well constructed, sturdy, budget knife for under, at the time I made the video, it was under 10 bucks. I think it bumped up to around 11 bucks not long after the video on Amazon. But still, you know, right around the $10 mark, a real good solid EDC, just general use beater knife. I just don't think you can go wrong with this. That's the SCH 208. So that's number 1, just basically because of the budget price for such a bomb-proof knife. So there's 1. Number 2, this is the SCH 503, in this case the B. Now this is not the exact knife we looked at on the video. The one we looked at on the video was actually the silver one. I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it. This is the black version, but it's got Schrade's new Sherlock, which is rated up to like 300 pounds or it's something unbelievable. Again, in the video I actually stuck the silver one in a slot in a 4x4 and stood on it to test a lock, and it held my 165 pounds up. It's also just a really nice feeling knife, really good ergonomics, and it's got a really smooth action. I like this lock here. It's a really strong lock, and it's got a really nice smooth action on it too. And if I can get my thumb on there, anyway, it's also, this is Aus 8 steel, which is a little bit different than some of the other Schrades. But again, that's the SCH 503B Sherlock. This is the B. They have several different colors in this thing. Just a really well made, well constructed, really strong lock on this thing. And it's also got some really good ergonomics. So that's number 2. Number 3 is another innovative knife from Schrade, which is also, it happens to be made out of Aus 8, and that is the, you saw that, didn't you? That's the SCH 12. And this is a kind of a unique knife because it has the Schrade Magic Assist, or it has a little switch on here. You can turn it to manual. You put it up here to the M, and it's a manual open then. You just open it up manually with a thumb stud, or you might can even, well, you might can flick it up and after you work it a little while. But again, it's a liner lock knife. I like the fact that it's got the manual or the automatic. So if you don't want to freak people out, you just want to use it like a manual, you can. And if you just, you know, I don't know why anybody would do that when you can do that. But it is pretty cool. I think it's got the option in there, and I think this knife performed really well in the review, and I like the ergonomics of it. It's got a really nice beefy handle, so good full-size folding knife. So that is, again, is the SCH 812. That's number 3 in my favorite folders for the year, Schrade folders. Number 4 is another one of those, oh yeah, I like it, Magic Assist knives. This one's a little smaller. You can compare it to the SCH 12. You can see just a little smaller. Again, this one's not a recurve. You may be seeing a pattern here. I don't think any of them I chose was a recurve. Go figure that one. But this is it's got the aluminum with a rubber insert handle, and another Aus 8 steel. I guess I'm liking the Aus 8 steel designs. Another liner lock. And this one actually has an auxiliary lock also, safety lock, so it keeps it from firing in the lock position, and also functions as a secondary lock because it keeps it from closing up on you too. So it has a dual function, just adds a little safety to that liner lock, and I just really like the way this knife feels. It fires really well in the assisted opening. It's not an automatic, but man, it blurs the line. And I like the fact that it's got this little actuation lever that Schrade uses on their Magic Assist. When you push it down, it disappears, and it's got a nice, smooth, clean line. Again, this is the SCH, what is this? The SCH A8B. Another really comfortable knife. The handle design, in my opinion, is just really comfortable. I can't even feel that pocket clip is so low profile, it really doesn't bite into your hand at all. This is a really usable knife, in my opinion, and I like it a lot. So that made my that's number 4 on the list of my favorite my favorite Schrade folders that I reviewed in 2016. We'll put that one down here. Chuck Norris's attorney has him on a retainer. And the last one is a big departure after looking at those couple of Magic Assists, and that's the old school cool old timer 6 OTW, and it is like a you see that it's got ironwood handles. You know, I said on the review I like this one. It's just old school cool. It's got the actual wooden handles, and you know, clip point blade, just very classic backlock design. Comes with this really nice leather belt sheath. It's about the size of a classic buck 110, maybe a little bit thinner here, but it feels really good in your hand, and it's just, man, I like this one a lot. So there you have it. That is at least 5 of my favorites. There may be a couple more that almost made the list, but I will call these my favorites. My 5 favorite Schrade folders I reviewed in 2016. And I think one of the things that made it a little easier for me to make these decisions was each one of these knives has its own character and its own little set of details that set it apart from the other ones. So once again, I'd like to thank the folks at Schrade for sending me all these knives over the past year so I could show them to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, for sharing this video with all your friends. And thank you so very much for doing all your Amazon shopping through the Survival on Purpose links. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time. I pretty much like anything that's got an edge on it, but I got to be honest with you, I had a couple that I wanted to throw in here, but they were really teasers for 2017 that they sent me to review. So even though I reviewed them in 2016, they're 2017 models, I just didn't think it'd be fair to put them in here.